did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice start. NFC Offensive Player of the Week in last week's game.
Yeah, Week 2, he was electric. See what Week 3 has in store. Throwing on first down. Hoffman, he finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hoffman, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Hoffman. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 59 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play.
It's to throw on third down. Hoffman, throw left side complete. It's Haynes. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On first down, it's Sutton. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Number 88. Touchdown
from 6 yards away. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Hoffman. It's caught left side by Cooks.
That's good.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The quarterback sacked.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To throw on 2nd down. Hoffman firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's a gain of 7.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over.
29-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, and they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Yard steps away. He may try and run for this. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn the overs. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Hoffman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hoffman looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Haynes. 12 yards there and a first down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 1st and 10, Hoffman. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Number 23.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Hoffman. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
1st and 10.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back back at the 40.
Down and
I
set.
think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Hoffman. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
Hoffman's pass.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hoffman brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Vikings 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. They'll run on 1st down. Sutton. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow. It's the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays here, passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made
And that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
2nd down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
On 3rd down, Hoffman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Possession will switch hands first and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Caught by number 12.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
1-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Allen. He completes this to Sutton. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Bears.
Now Allen again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fields.
Pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The ball carrier.
4 yards, the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Well, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Taken down at the
A gain of 3, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Allen rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
The ball carrier.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. On 2nd down, it's Sutton. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And it's 4th down.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Makes the score Bears 10, Vikings 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Quarterback sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Hoffman throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's got it complete to Thompson. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
11 on the play. First down, Bears.
Operating from the gun, Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Cooper. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Coleman now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for...
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On first down, Hoffman, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Up a third down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Hoffman. And he comes back with one complete.
That's good.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Carried by number 23.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wakefield. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Hoffman. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's got it up and through. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. McKenzie returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
On first down, It's Sutton. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Cooper, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And
back to throw is Cooper on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing again. Hoffman. And Cooks has it over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
And 4.
Operating from the gun. Hoffman. The kicker here, it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Wakefield. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 12. From the gun, Hoffman. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hoffman. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the gun, Cooper. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
Cooper's pass.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
21 yards.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cooper. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And it's third down.
On third down, Sutton. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw. Cooper. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Kick is good.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Coleman now to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At at their own 25-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
At the 26.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Their throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Hoffman. Powering forward. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Cooper on first down. Too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Cooper. And his pass, incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, it's Sutton. Breaks the tackle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Cooper. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Complete to number 82. A gain of 7.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the gun, Cooper. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a give, right side. It's Sutton. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Cooper. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Bears 27, Vikings 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 18-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Hoffman. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Hoffman's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Complete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Vikings.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Hoffman looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sutton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side. It's Sutton. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Sutton. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as